If you have ever asked this out loud and never got a satisfying answer, this one is for you. Ever wonder why your vibrant green yard turns into a maintenance nightmare every October? It's not just a pretty show, it's a high-stakes survival strategy. Today, we're looking at the science of the leaf color change, how to tell if your tree is actually in trouble, and how to manage the cleanup without breaking your back or your budget. Alright, let's start with the real-world problem. A tree is a business, and leaves are expensive employees. When winter approaches, the tree has to make some tough choices about its resources. Chlorophyll is the green pigment that makes food, but it requires constant maintenance and sunlight. As days get shorter, the tree decides the overhead of keeping leaves green is too high. It stops producing chlorophyll, allowing other colors that were there all along to finally show through. If you see green leaves hanging on too late, it might actually be a sign of over-fertilization or a tree that isn't preparing for dormancy. Think of this as the tree's severance package for the leaf. A specialized layer of cells forms at the base of the stem, slowly cutting off the flow of nutrients and water. This is a safety feature that prevents the tree's precious moisture from evaporating through the leaves in winter. If a branch dies suddenly and leaves stay attached all winter, that's a red flag that the tree didn't have time to form this layer properly. While yellows are always there, reds and purples are often manufactured specifically in the fall. These pigments, called anthocyanins, act like a sunscreen for the leaf, while the tree sucks out the last remaining nutrients. Trees that turn brilliant red are often under a bit more stress or are getting lots of direct sunlight. If your normally red maple stays yellow, it might be getting too much nitrogen or not enough sun. Not every autumn looks the same. The intensity of the color depends on a specific set of weather conditions that you can actually track to predict the peaks in your area. The best colors come from a combination of bright, sunny days and cool, but not freezing, nights. The cool nights trap sugars in the leaf, which triggers the production of those deep reds we love. If you have a warm, cloudy autumn, expect the colors to be dull and brown. Conversely, an early hard frost will kill the leaf cells instantly, ending the show before it even starts. A dry summer can lead to an early, disappointing leaf drop. When trees are stressed for water, they might skip the color phase entirely and just go straight to brown to save themselves. If you want better fall color on your property, consistent watering during August and September is the secret. Avoid overwatering in late October as the tree needs to dry out slightly to enter dormancy. The acidity of your soil can actually change the hue of your fall foliage. For example, some oaks and maples will show more vivid colors in slightly acidic soil because certain nutrients are more available. If your trees look pale or off colors every year, a simple $20 soil test could tell you if you need to adjust the pH. Don't just throw random fertilizer down, that can actually delay dormancy and lead to winter kill. Once those leaves hit the ground, they stop being a decoration and start being a chore. How you handle them can either save you money or cost you a new lawn. Many homeowners spend hundreds on leaf bags and city pickup, but you might be throwing away free fertilizer. If you have a light layer of leaves, mowing over them to mulch them back into the lawn provides excellent organic matter for the soil. However, if the layer is thick enough to hide the grass, it will suffocate the lawn and lead to snow mold. The rule of thumb: if you can see more than 50% of the grass, keep mowing. If not, it's time to rake. The biggest hidden cost of fall is water damage. Leaves love to clog gutters and downspouts, which leads to ice dams and basement flooding when the snow melts. Before the first freeze, ensure your gutters are clear. If you have large trees near the house, consider installing gutter guards, but be careful. Some cheap guards actually trap small debris and make cleaning harder. In many regions, dry fall leaves are a significant fire hazard, especially near the foundation of your home. Piles of dry leaves can be ignited by a stray cigarette or even a hot car exhaust. Keep a defensible space by clearing leaves at least 5 feet away from your siding and wooden decks. It's a simple, free safety step that many people overlook until it's too late. Not all color is good color. Sometimes what looks like early fall is actually a cry for help from your trees. If one branch of your tree turns bright red in August while the rest is green, that branch is likely stressed, diseased, or damaged. This is often a sign of girdling roots or a localized fungal infection. Catching this early can save you the cost of removing the whole tree later. If you see this, it's worth a quick visual inspection of the trunk for wounds or sawdust. If your leaves have large black spots or look like they've been burnt on the edges, that isn't fall color. It's likely a fungus like rhytisma. While usually not fatal, it can weaken the tree over time. The best fix is to rake and destroy these specific leaves so the spores don't overwinter in the soil and reinfect the tree next year. Don't compost 6 leaves unless your pile gets hot enough to kill pathogens. If you notice deep cracks in the trunk, large dead branches, widowmakers, or fungus growing at the base of the tree during the fall drop, call a certified arborist. Fall is a great time for a structural prunes because the arborist can see the branch structure clearly once the leaves are gone. Getting a quote in late fall can often be cheaper than waiting for a winter emergency after a heavy snowstorm. That's the practical version of why leaves change and how to manage it. The big idea is to understand that color is a biological process, not just a visual one. By watching the timing and the health of the leaves, you can prevent property damage and keep your trees thriving for years. If this helped you understand your yard a bit better, like and subscribe for more practical guides that help you maintain your home, understand the world around you, and choose the right solutions with more confidence. If you liked this, leave the next why question in the comments.